Hey everybody, it's Matt, and I'm back to playing Starbound yet again. And the reason I'm playing this tonight, other than that, I just kind of want to relax, um, is because there is some news on Starbound. There's been the first developer blog post of the new year here recently, and they're going to add something I think is very weird but also very cool. They're going to add digging for fossils to this game. I'm pretty certain that there's no, survival sandbox game that has you digging for fossils yet. I think they've already added in the Nightly Bills. I actually read the thing a couple days ago. I meant to come on and do a game, but I haven't been able to until tonight. I was going to do a forest game, but because I'm an idiot, the recording didn't actually save, and I am on the wrong planet than I meant to be. Anyway, so they're going to add digging for fossils. It showed a screenshot of there's like a background wall and there looks like there's some bones sticking out of it. The only other games I've allowed that have fossil digging, um, there was, I think Animal Crossing might have done it. I haven't played Animal Crossing in 5 years because that is the creepiest game I ever played. That game makes the forest pale in comparison to Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing, you do not play Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing plays you, and it horrified me. Not to mention the real human trafficking, debt bondage kind of subtext that there was in the game. And normally I don't read too much into these things, but in Animal Crossing it was so blatant. I mean, it's like you're on a train. Guy you don't know, a stranger walks up to you and says, "Oh, you don't have a place to live? Well, you can live here." And then you get to your new house, and then the owner tells you you have to work off your debt. And then once you get that debt paid off, he insists that you have to upgrade it, and you go into even more debt. That's debt bondage, ladies and gentlemen. That is exactly how it works. That game is creepy as hell. And anyway, yeah, I'm back on the desert planet right now, with some better equipment. Gonna mop the floor with these guys. And yeah, gonna just explore, look around, kind of see what I can get into. You know what? You all have seen me mining enough. I'm gonna go out into the overworld and see what's out there. Sometimes on these planets, there's other settlements that you can go to, and what I actually need is to find some tech cards. So if I get some tech cards, I can get the breath protection. If I get the breath protection, I can, go on planets and start getting Urchius fuel, so I can fly to other star systems. Oh, Jesus. They really, in the next update, I kind of hope they tone the monsters down a little bit because this is excessive. At least I hope they get rid of these guys that can just turtle like that. Anyway, what I was saying originally, before I got off on Animal Crossing and human trafficking, is that the only other game I've seen that has fossil digging was another kind of, you call it a GTA clone. It's a very little known PS2 game. Came at the end of, oh, cool, machine pistols. At the end of the PS2's life, I think it came around 2006. Was this really cool, really awesome game called Steambot Chronicles. Steambot Chronicles was like Grand Theft Auto, but not. You couldn't just go around and murder people. It was a little more. I wouldn't necessarily call it kid friendly, but it was a little less dark. Kind of, there wasn't the black comedy that there was in GTA. Basically, you kind of start off playing a really nice guy, or he can be nice if you want. It's in this world. It's kind of around the I would say it's set around like the early 20th century, like after in a period reminiscent of like after the automobile was invented. Except in this, after they invented the automobile, they invented this thing called a trotmobile, which is this gas powered, and they call it steam powered for some reason. I guess it was the American translation was called Steambot Chronicles. And I guess it was to capitalize on the steampunk craze was gaining momentum at that point. It's not steampunk in the very least. Like there's nothing to do with steam power in this. The original in Japan, the actual English translation was called Bumpy Trot, and I think they should have stuck with Bumpy Trot because that would have been that would have got more people guessing about it. But anyway, you play this kid named Vanilla, and most of the characters have food names. Like the main character, there's Vanilla, the one you play. There's Coriander, which is your sort of love interest. There's Basil, Marjoram, Fennel, and Savory are kind of the band that the game focuses on. You start off and you can play in this band. This sounds so stupid when I say it out loud. It's called the Garland Globetrotters because there's a city, and this is so Japanese. The city is named Happy Garland, and anyway, you play in this band. You can go around, and it's like GTA if there's not much violence. Like the only combat you do, there's an arena in each town where you can fight trotmobiles. You can like customize your trotmobile. I think it was a game that was really limited by the PS2 hardware. I think they wanted to do a lot more than they actually ended up being able to, but it's still a really good game. But anyway, one of the first things... Oh, crap. Guys with machine guns. Anyway. And they're coming after me. That's brilliant. One of the first things you could do to really make money, you could make enough money in the first part of the game to get, like, the best parts for your trotmobile. That was the large body. Was to dig for fossils. Also, because you start off and you're just in this one little town. That's the only place you can go because the storyline decrees that you only stay in this one little town. But you can go out into this kind of desert canyon area, and there are these, and you get a license to dig for fossils because this museum like needs help. It was like, I'm not going to give too much away, but there was a fire. The museum was taken out. A lot of its exhibits were taken out, and to help them get more stuff to the museum, they give you a license. You can dig in this canyon, and you go find these veins of fossils, and you whack at them with whatever you have on your trotmobile, and you haul this big load of rock on your trotmobile. You haul it back into town. You pay a guy to have it polished, and it shows you what it is, and you show it to the museum curator, and he'll give you money. And believe it or not, the first thing I ever got that got me like $1,000 in game, it was a huge amount, was fossilized dinosaur crap. I'm serious. Like, you show it to the guy and you're thinking, it's like, oh, this can't be worth anything. Well, he freaks out. He's like, oh my, is it? It is. He's like, I'll pay you 1,000, whatever the money's called for this. And in short, if you can find the game, I got it for about $30 on Amazon in 2011. I don't think there were that many copies sent to the US, so it's kind of rare. Getting a complete copy is going to run you $30 or $40, I would guess. But I highly recommend it. It is a great game, and it really, like, the sad thing is, it was going to have a sequel until the tsunami happened in Japan, because obviously no game like this would be made in America. This is obviously Japanese. Crap, I'm gonna die. Maybe not. I really hope they get rid of some of these monsters in the next build. Jeez, this is ridiculous. This makes the forest look simple. I mean, jeez, the cannibals don't do contact damage. I'm gonna go the other way. Crying out loud. Alright. Yeah, anyway, it definitely needs to be remade. It needs to have an updated re-release. Well, anyway, it was going to have a sequel. It didn't even sell it well in Japan. Like, usually these games sell well in Japan. They don't do so well over here, but they do well enough to get a sequel over there. It did well enough to get a sequel, but when the tsunami hit Japan a few years back, like, Irem was the company that made it, and they made Gradius or R-Type, one of those shooters. Crap, I keep messing up. Yeah, they're kind of famous for that. They started out in their original days. They made pachinko machines, and pachinko is like this. It looks like this kind of slot machine type deal. It's huge in Japan. There's not much over here from what I know. I haven't seen one, but I haven't been everywhere, so take that with a grain of salt. Well, after the tsunami, they just gave up on making video games, and they went back to just making pachinko machines. which is kind of sad because I was really hoping to see. Like, I hate the next gen consoles. Honestly, I hate the PS3. I hate the PS4. I hate the Xbox One. I hate the Xbox 360. I think they're pieces of garbage. I mean, like, I like when consoles were just like you put the game in and you start playing it. You know, now you've got to have a hard drive and you've got to download updates and all this crap, and it's like, yeah, I might as well just buy a computer. I would have bought a PS3 had Steamboat Chronicles 2 come out on it. I would have bought it just for that game. That's how much I like that game. I really need to do a Let's Play because it is a sandbox game. And that reminds me, I totally forgot to do the kind of intro to what I'm calling my Let's Play series is going to be called the Sandbox Monologues. It's basically I'm going to sit here and talk while playing a sandbox game. And I'm only going to play sandbox games and open world games because honestly, like, I don't have time for anything else. Like, I don't have time to get really invested in a game. I don't have time to play through storylines or anything like that anymore. I've got better things to do than sit through someone else's story. I would rather make my own. Which is why I enjoy games like Starbound and all this, because they allow you a whole lot of freedom to do whatever the heck you want to do. And not worry about levels or, you know, that crap. Anyway, now that that's over with. Alright, so anyway, the fossil digging in Starbound is if you go on playstarbound.com, I don't think I haven't checked it in a couple of days, but the blog post, it showed someone underground and has this background block with some bones sticking out, and there's actually going to be a little mini game where I guess you might have to craft a pick or something, but you kind of like dig the rock around the fossil and try to extract it. And I don't know what the point is going to be of the fossils. Like in Steambot, you could sell them, obviously, but you could also decorate your house with them. Speaking of houses, here's a perfectly good one that nobody seems to be living in. And what is this on top? I don't know. I'm going to steal it. Oh, it's a boiler, and it's wrecked. Anyway, I have a nice little sniping platform. Keep forgetting about fall damage in this game. Why am I not hit? Oh, he's behind a fence. That's why. Well, let's get that out of the way. And let's loot the house. Should I steal his ladder? Yes, I believe I should steal his ladder. You never know when a ladder might come in handy. Bandages. I have plenty of bandages. More bandages. Even more bandages. And there's an egg. Hey, I can make pancakes now. Oh, great. Sandstorm. Alright, I guess I'm going to be slow. I'm going to keep exploring anyway, because I got nothing better to do. It's Friday night, and I'm sitting home alone playing video games. Actually, I did hang out with some friends earlier tonight. I think I'm going to get a Pathfinder game going, possibly. Seems pretty cool. I'm not as big into, jeez, I can't even jump. I'm not as big into tabletop games as I used to be, but I think I met some pretty cool fellas to game with. So hopefully that works out for me. What about you guys? You guys like RPGs? I like RPGs. They're if you get the right people, they're a lot of fun. If you don't get the right people, ooh, I have a chakram. I can throw stuff now. If you don't get the right people, it's at best it's going to be it's going to be boring, and at worst it's going to be an absolute nightmare. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, this is cool. I love this. I know, didn't Xena use one of these, a chakram? Is there anything? Oh, I love this. Oh, you don't stand a chance, little rock dudes. This is better than the spear. I'm not going to go into the underworld with this yet. I'm going to go along the overworld, see what I can do. I'm just going to dig my way through here since I'm too lazy to climb it. It's like, who needs rope when you have nanotechnology? Still me, because that didn't work out how I wanted it to. So, fortunately, I have plenty of rope and plenty more plant matter to make more where that came from. Ah, yay, another one of these little pyramid head lightning cat dudes. That gives me money whenever I kill it. I don't know. Spear or chakram? I kind of like the spear. But the chakram's still pretty cool. There's chickens. And this is going to be inhabited, I bet. This is uninhabited, evidently. I don't know. No, wait, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah. I'm not gonna, people are living here. I'm not going to loot this stuff. Okay, here's a trader. Alright, wake up and sell me stuff. Quit going to sleep. Quit it! I'm going to steal your hay pile. Just open the fucking door. Alright, anyway. Obviously, he's glitching out. Did you see what I did there? They always kind of... The glitch always had that kind of weird HK-47 thing going where it's like inquiry, polite, insincere, you know, before they say anything. Alright, maybe this guy I can sell stuff to. Alright, get to your store, you wacko. You have to, if you catch a merchant away from their store, they'll walk you over to it. Kind of. They're supposed to anyway. They did in the last version. Anyway, if you've never played it before, these are called a glitch, and they're basically medieval robots. Like, they've been programmed to kind of be stuck in the feudal ages, so everything that they build is going to be like castles. Stuck me in that door. Alright, they're not going to sell me crap. If I want to buy and sell stuff, I'm going to have to go to the outpost, I guess. These guys, like I said, are glitching out. Yeah, as you can see, there's a very medieval, castle-y theme to it. I think being a sort of recovering medieval nut, I think it would be cool to take kind of the assets from just the glitch and make like a medieval kind of sandbox exploration building game. I mean, they already have medieval engineers, but how cool would it be to have it in 2D? Alright, there's a well. There's usually stuff at the bottom of the well. I'm going to throw myself down there and use this rope as a safety mechanism. Oh, cool. Cool. Excelente. Oh, where is this going to lead me? It's going to lead me in another round. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you right there at that because I'm going to take a short break and be right back.